My hormones have historically been all over the place. I've been working with an endocrinologist, gotten blood work done. I might have PCOS, I got off birth control, and I've really just been trying to regulate what my hormones look like and reduce any type of outliers as much as I possibly can. So what I've turned to from research that I've done and advice from my endocrinologist is making some product swaps and lifestyle changes to reduce any sort of disruptors in my hormone. And it may or may not come as a surprise, but a lot of the popular brands that are out there, a lot of cleaning products like Tide, Dawn, things like that, they have a lot of hormone disrupting chemicals in them that are not good for hormones. And you may be thinking, why would these huge brands that are so widely used have hormone disrupting chemicals in them? That is a great question. No one cares about women's reproductive health, I think, is the answer, and why I feel so passionate about making sure that people have this type of information so that they can make informed decisions. And I'm not going to say that by making these swaps, all of a sudden you're going to wake up tomorrow and feel 10 times better and all your hormone issues are going to be solved. These are definitely lifestyle changes. So these small, but if you stay consistent with them, changes are going to lead to a bigger impact over time. And really what I found is that when I'm not making these product swaps or lifestyle changes, I notice how much worse I feel. I notice that my period symptoms are more intensified. I notice that I do get more headaches than usual. And I also notice that my bloating is just baby-like status. So we can start with cleaning products, which I feel are really common. There are a lot of brands out there like Tide, Dawn, Finish, Cascade. Those are literally just laundry detergents and dishwashing soaps, but all of those types of brands, unfortunately, include a lot of ingredients that can disrupt your hormones. For example, Tide, one of its main ingredients is sodium borate, which is a hormone disruptor. And you may be thinking, well, I'm not drinking the cleaning product, so how is this going to have an impact on my hormones? But let's just think about it for a second. We use that laundry detergent to wash our clothes, which are then put on our bodies. And what does your skin do? What is one of its main jobs is to absorb what is being put on it. So yes, that can be an impact on your hormones and the way that you're feeling. Luckily, there are a lot of easy swaps that are very widely available, like Miss Meyer's 7th generation drops, I know, is a laundry detergent, and these are all not perfect, but these are a lot more gentle on your body. I generally, just as a rule of thumb, try to look for products without any parabens or sulfates or phthalates, just at the basis, but these brands usually have all around a little bit more gentle ingredients. The next up is tampons, and why do so many tampon brands have so many weird ingredients in them just completely baffles me. I feel like a lot of tampons that I see at the store have odor control or are made with bleach in them to keep the actual part of the tampon white. It's honestly really strange because all of those things are disruptive to our hormones, and we're just putting our tampons right up there, and that's usually one of the first things that I think about when I think about my hormones, birth control, really anything to do with my reproductive system is menstruation. So when I am looking for tampons, I really try to stay away from these brands that include all of these weird additional ingredients like Tampax or Playtex, and I do go for ones that are more 100% cotton, do not include fragrances. I feel like these swaps are pretty easy at bigger stores like CVS. Maybe they'll only have one other option, but there are also a ton of brands online that you can buy from that I'll link below. But I know that's not as easy as just going to CVS and grabbing some, so I would just look for one that is just your standard, unscented, no bleach, nothing weird. The next thing I wanted to talk about is more of a lifestyle swap versus a product swap, but it is eating more whole foods. This is super helpful for me when it came to bloating, especially when it came to protein sources. I used to eat a lot of protein powder, but switching to more whole food sources like eggs or fish or even chicken meat has been very helpful for my digestive system. And that doesn't just go for protein sources. Think about a granola bar, a nut granola bar versus just having a bag of nuts. Though going back to the whole food source has been very helpful for my digestion, I know that this isn't accessible for everyone, especially if you have any dietary restrictions, and I definitely in a pinch will have a granola bar or have protein powder because those products are there for a reason and they are very helpful. But when I have the time to cook from home and I am going to the grocery store and buying stuff, I do try to keep it at the whole food source that I can. And the last thing that I want to talk about is going for more simple ingredients. This goes right along with whole foods, but when I am picking up something from the grocery store that is packaged, like condiments, salad dressings, marinades, and snacks, I do try to look at the back and just look at what the ingredients are. Is there anything weird in there that I can't pronounce and don't know what it is? I should try to stay away from. Is there any types of random oils like canola oil or vegetable oil that I know could be inflammatory? I think the simpler the better when it comes to your digestion, comes to reducing the amount of potential hormone disrupting chemicals that you're exposed to. Because I don't know about you, but I can't be out here memorizing every single chemical that's gonna bother my hormones or my stomach because there's just too many to list. So I do try just to keep it simple, and if I can't pronounce the ingredient, I try to look for an alternative. Again, this isn't gonna work all the time. Do what you need to do and get whatever salad dressing makes you happy. If you do have one that makes you happy, continue to use it. But look at other products that you have in your life, and if you can even just make a couple swaps from products that have a lot of crazy ingredients to more simple versions, even making it yourself, if you have the time, is going to be helpful for your hormones and your body in general. I hope that that was helpful just to get you thinking about things. I know it can be really overwhelming when you even try to attempt to think about rebalancing your hormones, just because there's not a 1, 2, or even like 10-step plan to rebalancing your hormones, especially when it comes to something as elusive as PCOS. So remember to be gentle on yourself as you're going through these changes, and remember that these changes are cumulative over time. Like, we're looking at like our whole lives here, the next couple of months, to make it a little bit more manageable. So just doing one thing that may not be supporting your hormones is not really going to have an impact, as much as the same way on the other side, one thing for your hormones is not really going to have an impact. So just make sure one outweighs the other and allow yourself some grace as you're getting used to things. So let me know if there's anything that I missed or anything that I should have gone more in depth in. I will also list out some additional swaps in the description below. So thanks for watching.